going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro and Little Sis Reacts. I'm Tamaj. This is Taya.
Hey, and today we're back with Star Wars.
The Empire Strikes Back, which is episode 5. We have reactions to A New Hope, Rogue One, Solo, Rebels, Bad Batch, all of that stuff on Patreon. YouTube's a little behind on pretty much all of that, but all this stuff is completed and is available in its entirety on Patreon. So check it out there. We are going to, since we're pretty much done with all the series, we're just going to roll through all these movies. And by the time this is up, more than likely all the movies are going to be up on there and done. So if you want to catch up and see all the movies, our reactions to those, be sure to subscribe to Patreon in the $5 tier. But yeah, last movie, Luke discovered Ben Kenobi, and Obi-Wan sort of trained him up a bit and allowed him to, learn the ways of the Force, learn how to wield a lightsaber. He joined the rebellion, fought alongside Han Solo. He found Princess Leia, his sister. He doesn't know that is his sister yet, right? He didn't find that out.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't know.
So, yeah. And then, Han and Chewie, we already kind of know their story from Solo. So this was kind of good to see a time jump and to see what's become of them in the future. Han is not somebody who's really interested in the rebellion, but he's, after being called out a bit, he sort of, started to change his ways and helped Luke and Leia. And they destroyed the Death Star. After receiving the plans from Rogue One, the connectivity is amazing. So yeah, we're on to this one to see how the Empire and Vader retaliate after their Death Star has been destroyed. What are your predictions? I mean, I've obviously seen this movie a long time ago when I was younger, so the details are fuzzy for me, of course. I know the main beats, but, in between things, I kind of forget. What are you expecting from this movie?
I don't know. I don't even know what happened.
Obviously, you don't know what happened. You've never seen it. What would you like to see happen?
I don't know.
I just wondered if there's nothing, that's fine.
I have no predictions on that. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we know Obi-Wan died in the last movie, so that.
What?
Remember, he disappeared, or Vader struck him down. Remember, he kind of let himself die. He told Vader, "You strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you can ever imagine."
Okay. I remember that.
And he joined the Force. So, but I think he was ready. He was ready to go. And Vader, I don't think Vader's satisfied with that. So, we'll see what this movie has to offer for you as we dive back into the story of Luke, Leia, Solo, and the rest of them. Let's get into this, y'all. Long time ago in a galaxy far away.
The Empire Strikes Back. You don't know this is stuff, right?
Nope. Well, maybe. You might know. There's our boy, Luke Skywalker.
Hey, what's the matter? You smell something?
Oh, it smells something all right. It mauled the shit out of them. My boy, 3PO.
Hello? General, I gotta leave. I can't stay anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, there's a price on my head. If I don't pay off Jabba the Hutt, I'm a dead man. Well, Your Highness, guess this is it.
That's right.
Don't get all mushy on me. So long, Princess.
Han, we need you.
We need.
Yes.
Well, what about you?
I know what you're talking about.
I want to say I need you. You're so petty.
Then why are you following me? Fredo's gonna leave without giving you a goodbye kiss?
I just assumed it was a woman.
I can arrange that. You can use a good kiss.
Not hanging Luke like he's a pig, ready to be cooked. Focus and patience, young Jedi. There's the music. Yeah, back off, beast. Honestly, I probably would have just killed the beast and stayed in this cave. To be honest. Beast going out in the snowstorm.
R2 says the chances of survival are 725 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
No. No.
Everyone's always watching over.
You will go to the Dagobah system.
Dagobah system.
There you will learn from Yoda, the Jedi Master who instructed me.
Master Yoda himself still has more to teach.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Well, I guess you don't know everything about women yet.
That's your brother.
I don't know that.
Bruh.
Not him flexing on Han. He says, don't know these hoes. Here goes the music.
That's it. The rebels are there.
My lord, there are so many uncharted settlements. It could be smugglers, it could be...
That is the system. And I'm sure Skywalker is with them. Set your course for the Hoth system. General Veer, prepare your men.
Chewie, take care of yourself, okay?
Chewie's so lovable.
General, there's a fleet of Star Destroyers coming out of hyperspace in Sector 4.
Reroute all power to the energy shield.
The rebels are alerted to our presence. Admiral Oswald came out of light speed too close to the system.
He felt surprised, was wiser.
As clumsy as he is stupid.
The fleet has moved up to flight speed and we're preparing to...
Failed me for the last time, Admiral.
Don't ever give me force powers. I'm going to the dark side. They shit is just too cool.
Fighters against a Star Destroyer?
The ion cannon requires
As soon as you hang up on me, you will start choking.
When you've got
You hung up on me for the last time.
That's fucking loud. Yep.
Yaggie's dead, bruh. Looks like you're gonna have to do this one on your own. Wedge. I wonder if it's the same Wedge from Wedge Antilles from Rebels, the one they picked up. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. It's a smart plan. Shoot it right in the neck. Nice work, my boy. Out here saving lives. He's definitely his father's child. Well, Anakin, that is. Petty.
Typical.
He said typical. He's used to the disrespect. I can't be in this because I'd be cracking up with them.
We're not going to regroup with the others. We're going to the Dagobah system.
Watch this.
Not the engine stalling again.
Watch what?
Y'all better just step on the gas.
What are you doing? You're not actually going into an asteroid field.
They'd be crazy to follow us, wouldn't they?
Its shape of this ship is so handy.
You be more careful.
It's humming.
R2, that way.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things. Chewie, take the professor in the back and plug him into the hyperdrive.
Take the professor.
Sometimes I just can't understand human behavior. After all, I've been trying to do my own. I feel like we're being watched.
Not much Yoda flinching.
Put your weapon. I mean you no harm.
Does R2 not recognize him?
Little fellow, we got a lot of work to do.
Maybe his memory's been erased.
You I will. Jedi Master Yoda. You seek Yoda.
You know him?
Take it to him, I will.
I have no doubt this boy is the offspring of Anakin Skywalker.
How is that possible?
Search your feelings, Lord Vader. You will know it to be true.
Now he knows.
He could destroy us.
If he could be turned, he would become a powerful ally.
Can it be done?
He will join us or die, Master.
I cannot teach him. The boy has no patience.
You will learn patience.
Much anger in him. Like his father, he is not ready.
Yoda. I am ready.
Ready, are you? What knows you ready? You are reckless.
So was I, if you remember.
I'm not afraid.
You will be. You will be.
The cave is collapsing.
No cave.
They were in the belly of the beast.
Is the dark side stronger?
No.
Yes.
This year more seductive.
But tell me why I can't.
No, there is no why. Nothing more will I teach you today.
You are free to use any methods necessary, but I want them alive.
Boba Fett.
No disintegration.
As you wish.
In the IG assassin droid.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
No. Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
My man, my favorite quote. I use this all the time. R2, every time you talk, he messes up. Hush. He's like, I knew it. Too good to be true.
Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you?
Yes.
And where you should not. For my ally is the Force. And a powerful ally it is.
Damn right.
Creates it. Luminous beings shall be, not this crude matter.
Lead by example, Master Yoda.
Okay. That is why you fail.
Yeah, I love how he kills people when it doesn't go his way. Me.
Apology accepted, Captain Nita.
Daddy, love it.
Lando.
Lando sister?
No, Lando Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian. This card player, gambler, scoundrel. You'd like him.
Scoundrel, you like him.
Pretty far, but I think we can make it.
Will they die?
Can't fear death and losing people.
Difficult to see.
You knew this person.
Well, that was a long time ago. I'm sure he's forgotten about that.
About you cheating him out of his stuff?
You've got a lot of guts coming here. After what you pulled.
Me?
Hello, sir. I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations. My facilities are at you. Brilliant.
You must not go.
But Han and Leia will die if I don't.
You don't know that. This is a dangerous time for you, when you will be tempted by the dark side of the Force.
Yes. To Obi-Wan you listen.
Luke, I don't want to lose you to the Emperor the way I lost Vader.
If you end your training now, if you choose the quick and easy path, as Vader did, you will become an agent of evil.
If you choose to face Vader, you will do it alone. I cannot interfere.
I understand.
Strong is Vader. Mind what you have learned. Save you again.
I will. And I'll return. I promise.
Told you I did. Reckless to see. Now, matches are worse.
That boy is our last hope.
No. There is another.
Because he's too much like Anakin. He's reckless, runs off into danger, he has attachments, he fears losing them. All stuff Anakin that happened to Anakin. But his fears is what led him down this path. He was too eager and reckless, he listened, but he didn't always take everything in.
I've just made a deal that'll keep the Empire out of here forever.
You motherfucker. Seems he hasn't forgotten.
If you would join us.
I had no choice. They arrived right before you did. I'm sorry.
Stormtroopers. Here. We're in danger. I must tell the others.
That's what shot him. Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers are what shot him. They discovered because they were hiding. And he found them.
They must never again leave this city.
That was never a condition of our agreement, nor was giving hand to this bounty hunter.
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly?
This deal is getting worse all the time.
Oh, that's much better.
His head's on backwards, but hey.
Wait! Oh my! What have you done? I'm backwards! You sleeping furball! Only an overgrown mophead like you would be stupid enough.
What'd they do?
Torturing him. I think they were electrocuting him. They want Luke's location, but they don't know.
You never even asked me any questions.
They so damn rude.
Vader wants us all dead.
He doesn't want you at all. He's after somebody called Skywalker.
Luke.
Lord Vader set a trap for him.
And we're the bait.
Yeah, well, he's on his way. Lord Vader, we only use this facility for carbon freezing. You put him in there, it might kill him.
I do not want the Emperor's prize damaged. We will test it on Captain Solo.
What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me.
The Empire will compensate you if he dies. Put him in.
I love you.
I know.
So rude.
Oh, they've encased him in carbonite. He should be quite well protected. If he survived the freezing process, that is.
Well, Calrissian, did he survive?
Yes, he's alive. And in perfect hibernation.
Take the princess and the Wookiee to my ship.
You said they'd be left in the city under my supervision.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
He been praying. He knows what the damn deal. He stayed. There ain't no damn deals with the Empire. It's whatever Vader says whenever he's thinking it. I shot our noise. Shit. Thanks, R2. You've been talking a little too much this movie. That's a trap!
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Catch your bets.
And you all alone. Had to be a mistake.
You think that after what you
Do
did
it
to
on the
my
lawn.
Choice, what are you doing? Trust him, trust him.
We understand, don't we? We had no choice.
Just try it out.
We don't need any of your help.
I think you do.
Well, at least you're still in one piece. Look what happened to me.
You have learned much, young one.
You'll find I'm full of surprises.
Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker. Obi-Wan knew this to be true.
No.
Force jump.
Perhaps you are not as strong as the Emperor thought. Impressive. Most impressive. Now, release your anger. Only your hatred can destroy me.
Come on. He did the whole flip. He's progressed well. Because his lightsaber training specifically was limited. Yoda mostly taught him the Force. Obi-Wan taught him the saber. Neither of them has successfully taught him patience, though.
Yeah.
Because he's using his elements really well. And he has better mobility than Vader, so there's a slight advantage. Oh! Cheap shot. Got a whole knot in his head. Oh! 2 knots. Oh, shit. Focus! Ah, there's a failsafe.
Don't blame me. I'm an interpreter. There's no power socket from a computer terminal.
I'm not a power socket. He said, well, don't blame me. I'm just what's up. He always think he knows something till he don't.
Right.
Minister, don't blame me.
Just open the door, you stupid lump!
The whole ass.
I never doubted you for a second. Wonderful!
Yeah, he wasn't just a stupid lump a couple seconds ago. The bipolarness is real. Yeah, R2.
I thought that hairy beast would be the end of me. Of course I'd look better.
Of course I look better. R2's so petty. Oh, bitch. Now Vader's pissed. He's fighting aggressive as hell. Come on, Luke.
Is this when he says, I am your father?
Useless.
That's not this movie.
Don't
This is
let
not
yourself
Star Wars. They
destroy
say
as
that somewhere
Obi-Wan
else.
did.
Ripped to his arm, his hand.
There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
Me to you every time you get on my nerves.
Shut up.
Join me, and I will complete your training.
Bitch, you just cut off my hand. I ain't doing shit. Fuck you.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Yes.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. I am your father.
I know, I wanted to check it.
You know it to be true.
Yes. Even Vader has his own patience. That's why Sidious never keeps an understudy too long. He doesn't let him get too powerful because he doesn't want to be taken over. They always plot. Lucas said, fuck all of that. He should have did that before he got his hand cut off. That ain't good for the back of the knees. Now, Luke did good, though. I mean, he did what he could. Vader is formidable.
We've got to go back. I know where Luke is.
All right.
He said, shut the hell up. He said, you got one more word and I'm mauling your ass. He connected through her to the Force, so that shows he does have some Force ability. Though not nearly as strong as Luke.
All the coordinates are set. It's now or never.
Touch it.
Shitty engine. Yeah, we. Chewie said, bitch, get out of my way. I gotta do everything around this bitch. I'm tired.
Noisy brute. Why did we just go into light speed?
He thinks he know everything.
How would you know the hyperdrive is deactivated?
Luke.
Father.
Son, come with me.
Why didn't you tell me?
Luke, it is your destiny.
You haven't finished with me yet.
There are more important things, 3PO.
Chewbacca can do it. I I'm standing here in pieces, and you're having delusions of grandeur.
Oh, who about to get choked for this? I run. Fuck no.
Princess, you'll find Hat. I promise.
Chewie, I'll be waiting for your signal. Take care, you two.
May the Force be with you.
Thank God for technology. Han got taken to with Boba Fett to Jango Fett. Not Jango Fett. Jabba the Hutt. Zio's Jabba. So I'm sure Lando's probably gonna want to go rescue Han, him and Chewie. Trust in the Force. So, your thoughts?
It was good. I kind of expected him to like ask more questions to Vader about, I don't know about what, but like, he's definitely gonna have some questions when he goes back to wherever Yoda was. And
that was
talk to Ben.
Dagobah.
I really thought that Ben was gonna like not interfere, but like talk to him at the end because he kept saying his name or whatever. But he didn't. He stuck to his words.
Ben said he couldn't interfere. Nope.
Couldn't. Yeah. Why couldn't he interfere? Because he didn't finish his training instead.
I think it's. I don't know exactly why he couldn't interfere. That's probably a question for one of our subscribers. They'll probably be able to tell you better than I can. He just, I guess he didn't want to have Vader sense his presence because I think they want the dark side to be under the loop. They don't want them to know that they can live on through the Force. That's not something the dark side knows to do. So I think they want to keep that hidden and a secret, so he doesn't want to risk communication with Luke and having Vader sense him. That's my thoughts on it.
Okay, that makes sense. I think they're gonna be shocked when they see that, when they find that he's still alive.
Who?
But Yoda and Ben. But
their concern wasn't about whether he can survive or not. They said he could definitely help. Their concerns was for what would happen to him and if the dark side would take him over, if his strength to resist them was strong enough. That's why they were trying to teach him patience and teach him the lessons as quick as they can about anger and, you know, what happened to Obi-Wan's apprentice. But what Luke has heard about is the fact that Obi-Wan didn't tell him that Vader was his apprentice, and that, well, not that he knew that. I meant to say that Vader was his father is what he was upset about. He's like, why didn't you tell me? And that's something Obi-Wan wanted to keep secret from him, because he had just told him that his father had died, I think at the end of the Clone Wars.
He did die. He died.
Anakin died, and Vader is there, but
Vader came out of the process.
We know Vader sometimes uses the Anakin persona to... he uses that attachment to try to get over on people. He did it to Ahsoka. He tried to trick her, and you know, when in the Rebels season 2 finale, he tried to, you know, Ahsoka, you know, and he uses that against them. He uses their feelings and connections, and I think Obi-Wan didn't want that attachment to be the reason why Luke turns. I think even though Jedi aren't supposed to have fears, Yoda and Obi-Wan definitely had fears. And they didn't want Luke to become susceptible. So I think they'll be pleasantly surprised and relieved that he didn't turn. But this isn't over. He still has some confrontations. Yeah. Now that he knows, you can see that Vader can connect through the Force with Luke. So he's kind of opened. What was Yoda saying? Once you open your path or your mind or whatever, you connect your Force with the dark side, it can alter your destiny or change your destiny the whole way. So now that channel's open, he's in the middle. So he can be pulled in either way. So far, he's still leaning towards the Force, but he's definitely got some feelings and thoughts, and he's definitely going to have, like you said, some questions once he gets back to Dagobah.
Yeah.
What else would you feel about this movie?
It was good. I'm still want to know how they bring up the conversation of Luke and the princess being related. I don't know how they bring that up. And yeah, your question was good about why Obi-Wan never brought up the Force to the princess.
Yeah, I don't know why. I know they sent the separate ways. I guess based off Rebels, they consider Luke to be the chosen one, the next chosen one, the one who they feel can defeat the Emperor and the dark side. So I guess they felt that since they felt this Force was stronger with him than her. So, and also the stronger you become with the Force, as Obi-Wan said in A New Hope, the quicker, they can find you and sense you. You've seen the Emperor himself came to Vader and said, there's a disturbance in the Force. As soon as Yoda started training Luke, he already grew more powerful and he was able to sense him. So I think they had to really choose, because you expose both of them, you risk one of them turning. So if we can just focus on one, then maybe you can contain that threat. So, especially if one's more powerful than the other. Leia went with Senator Organa, and they didn't really want her to live that life. She became a princess and a diplomat, like her mom. Her story always mirrored Padme's more, as Luke mirrors Anakin more. So, it's really interesting to see how different they are, and like the fact that they're together, but they don't even know they're related. Leia doesn't even know that's her father too. They don't know anything about their family history, but it's definitely going to be a question that Luke has going forward. And whether he finds out if that's his sister or not will remain to be seen. But there's still a lot of story. And Han, his story was ended abruptly here, but we'll see if it comes back. Any other questions about the movie? No? I thought it was a great movie. I've been wanting to watch this for a while, but I wanted to wait till we were in person. I felt that was only better, natural. But I think we had a good conversation about everything. What did you think about Lando? And where do you think his loyalties lie?
In him, and whatever benefits him in the end. But as he seen Vader didn't stick to what he was saying, he decided to turn things around, so his way. And I guess he kind of feels pity for Han and the crew.
I think not pity, I think he feels bad because he did betray them. And he didn't want to, I don't think. I truly believe he didn't want to, but he said Vader got there before them. Vader already knew that's where they were going to go. Mm-hmm. So Vader's there, and once the Empire finds you, their forces are so overwhelming, and he didn't want to lose his city, so he put his people first. But once he realized he wasn't going to be able to salvage his planet, he wasn't in control, no deals were, feasible when you're reasoning with Vader and the Empire. That's when he's like, okay, I'm going to do the right thing now. I'm going to do what I was supposed to do. And I'm going to have to abandon everything I've built and,
tell your people to go.
Yeah, because, this place isn't secret anymore like he wanted it to be. Nothing ever really stays secret, so. But now Lando, I think, is on a good path. I think he and Chewie will go find Han. But they got to go up against Boba Fett, who we've seen in The Mandalorian. He is very fierce and formidable. A lot of people like that character, and, he's got his own show coming, so we'll see what he has to offer when we see him again. And, they sort of split their stories up. So where do you think the story goes next?
I don't know. To a new base.
Do you think they're just gonna keep going base to base?
Yeah.
Do you think Luke and Leia will stick together and journey on? Or do you think they're gonna go?
They need to go their separate ways, and then they'll come back together. Somehow.
Well, Leia is a big part of the rebellion, so that's where she is. Luke too. Luke, they're both part of the rebellion. She's more of a higher up though. But he is destined, he's a Jedi, and they, of course, value Jedi because they're powerful allies. So yeah, anybody you'd hope to see pop up in the next movie?
Maybe, Ahsoka?
No, she didn't exist in this time. They kind of just made her for the animated show, and then she became a character. Her first live action appearance was in Mandalorian, so she wasn't really a thing right here. But they write the story so well, you would think she would still they wrote it so it seemed like she still existed. But this was way before her time. She wasn't created until 2008, and this was in 1980 something. Actually, these were the first movies. When they created Star Wars, they started with the movies. They started with movie 4, 5, and 6. They didn't have 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 didn't come out until like the 2000s. They did them out of order. So they basically, Star Wars started in literally the middle, and then they ventured off and created the rest of the story. But they made it blend so well that you couldn't tell. Mm-hmm. So some people, these were their first few movies. This is where they started learning about Star Wars versus us. Well, yeah, I started with the Clone Wars series, so that's still kind of near the middle. But you got to start from the beginning, so we all have different viewing experiences. The older fans started here, though. So it was very interesting. But no, the only characters you'll have possibility of seeing, I guess that was a bad question, but the only ones you would see is anybody that's from like the Rebel area, like anything we've seen in Rebels, like how Wedge Antilles was there, any of those type of characters.
The lady that wouldn't help her era.
Senator Mon Mothma.
Yeah.
She was in Rogue One. She was in A New Hope, I believe, right? I think Mon Mothma was in A New Hope.
I don't know.
But she could pop up. She's definitely a character that could pop up in the 6th movie. I don't know. Antilles was the only one I caught. I don't know if there was anybody else that popped up that we missed. But yeah. I don't know if I have any more questions for you. So I guess, okay. Where do you think Luke's story will end? Do you think he can defeat the Empire or Vader? Like the Emperor or Vader? Do you think...
I think he could defeat Vader.
Vader? Do you think he could beat the Emperor?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. And who do you think is better, Ezra or Luke in a fight? Ezra? When he ended in season 4?
Ezra.
Do you think they'll ever meet one day?
I hope so.
Which side of the line do you think they'll be on if they do meet? Do you think they'll be on the same side?
Same.
Do you ever see Luke following Anakin's path to the dark side? And if so, what do you think it would take to get him there?
Him knowing that that's his sister and then her dying.
Good answer. That's a good answer, actually. What do you think Leia's reaction will be when she finds all this out about her family heritage? And that...
Oh my gosh. That's her.
She's not dramatic like that, though.
I don't know.
How do you think she should react? Do you think she'll want to become a Jedi? Do you think she'll want to discover her Force power?
I think she'll dig more deep into her Force power, but I don't think she'd want to become a Jedi.
Interesting. Do you think they're ever going to want to know more about their mom? And if so, how do you think that would change their courses?
I feel like they just ask Ben. Or I keep calling him Ben.
Do you think it would change them at all? I mean, Leia's already a lot like Padme anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Huh?
I said Leia's already like
No,
Padme.
before that.
I don't know.
Do I think what?
Oh, the original question? How do you think it would change them?
Not much.
No.
No.
Padme failed to get through to Anakin, and that was the love of his life. Ahsoka failed. Luke hasn't necessarily tried to bring him back, but I mean, they're not necessarily that close. But we'll see. But I think that's all the questions I have for you. I just kind of wanted to see like where your mind is with these movies, because there's a lot to go into them, and they do a lot of stories and they connect them, and it's a lot. But be sure to let us know what you guys thought. Be sure to let us know if we missed any Easter eggs or anything like that.
Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to Patreon for full and reactions.
And we will see you guys on the next one.
Bye.